Today we are making a wholesome apple cake. Now you can make this cake in advance, it travels really well, keeps very well. You can make it into a loaf, you can make it into a muffin, cupcakes for kids. They're healthier and they're darn delicious. Anyway, let's make it. I love these springform loose bottom tins. You're absolutely welcome to line a regular tin on the base and the sides. I just like springform because it's so easy to use. The base with the paper, press the springform, and we have a lined base. You can oil the sides. I've got this handy olive oil spray. So we've got our apples that we're going to blend. We don't need to peel them, just core them. The skin has so much nutrition, vitamins, minerals, fiber that the flesh doesn't even have. Adding the milk, the oil, the sugar. It's just going to help pick up those apples. See this? It's going to blend in a whiz. So we have this lovely blended apple mixture. We then need to take our flour, the bicarb, baking powder, and cinnamon. Just give those a whisk to disperse the ingredients. I think what's amazing about this recipe is the eternally delicious combination of apple and cinnamon. So we then add our pureed apple to the mixture. We just mix this until it's clear. So we want to just kind of with a folding motion, mix everything together until a batter forms. So scraping the sides, we don't want any dry bits left. I like to also use a whisk for this. We don't want to over mix it. So then just pour batter into our lined 9-inch cake tin. One trick that I have for distributing my batter evenly is just giving the cake a spin like that. Nice little trick. To finish this, I'm just going to take some apple. What's your favorite apple? Mine is probably Pink Lady. Let me know in the comments. So I'm just peeling this for the decoration. For the top part, I like to cut the sides first. And then as close to the core as I can, because I found that either way you always end up cutting this much out of an apple, whether you cut it in half and core it, whether you cut it into quarters and cut the middle out. This is just the easiest way. So then we turn our apples over and I'm just going to cut nice thin slices. You can also use a mandolin. And I'm just going to take little bunches of the apple and fan them and then just place them on top of the cake. So you can also just push the apple and kind of spread them out with your hand and then pick them up with a knife and lay them as well. What we have is some crumble, just the oat crumble recipe in another video that I'm going to just sprinkle in all the gaps around the top of the cake, around the edges, and this is just going to give a nice little texture as the cake bakes. Who doesn't like an oat crumble? Now we can pop this in the oven. So our cake has fully cooled. We're left with this wholesome cake. It's full of apple, cinnamon, totally Moorish, with that apple crumble on top. All that's left is a tiny little sprinkling of magic fairy dust, also known as icing sugar. But we joke in a lot of kitchens that it'll make anything look better. And I like to also add, whenever there's fruit on something, just a bit of glaze. Brush that onto any fruits. It just keeps them moist, supple, glossy. Here I'm just using the exotic clear glaze, the back of the book, that has lightly flavored with mint, lemon peel, orange, and vanilla. And it's really delicious. a nice crumble.